Hey guys, Jason from Quiet Light Brokerage here. We help entrepreneurs sell their profitable online businesses. When you're selling an online business, it's not unusual to have something bubble up just before closing that could threaten the entire deal. I call this the 11th hour freakout. So what causes this and how should you handle it if you're the seller? I've seen it a bunch of times. A deal seems like it's sailing along. The buyer's made an offer, the seller's accepted it. The buyer and the seller communicate every day or two with a status update, and then silence. The regular rhythm of the deal stops. An eerie feeling seems to wash over everything. Out of the blue, the buyer calls me, often upset and often at an unusual hour, ready to exit the deal. The reasons for this vary, but they usually revolve around a discovery the buyer made late in the process. These discoveries could be big, like a major financial misstatement. But just as often, the discovery is something that's a big deal only in the buyer's mind, but not in the seller's. If you're a seller and the buyer has a big change of heart, it's important to breathe and relax. Knowing that this happens in roughly 30 to 40% of deals should help provide some perspective. Realize that whether or not you consider the discovery to be a big deal, to the buyer it definitely is a big deal. So please don't minimize it or be condescending. Your broker should recognize that this is important to the buyer. He should listen closely to the buyer's concerns, acknowledge those concerns non-judgmentally, and then suggest resolution. So what's really going on here? Honestly, it's just expectations. During due diligence phase, it's common for the buyer to realize that every business has some challenges. This might be compounded by the opinions of skeptics like a lawyer, an accountant, or a spouse that the buyer speaks to. Ultimately, the buyer starts to question why he's plunking down hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and then yep, buyer's remorse kicks in. If you're the seller in this situation, it can be very frightening to feel like your deal is unraveling. So I suggest the following steps. 1. Never count the money in your head until the deal closes. That's the easiest way to stay emotionally detached from the disappointment that could happen in an 11th hour freakout. Number 2, expect the unexpected. Even if things seem to be going well, knowing that an 11th hour freakout is a real possibility should help you avoid the surprise and disappointment if it happens to you. In most cases, we do get through it. It's a common enough occurrence that a good broker should be able to keep calm and get to the heart of the matter. And if not, then honestly, you're no worse off than you were before you started this process. So, there are some good things to think about if you encounter the 11th hour freakout. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our other videos, or contact me or any member of the Quiet Light team through our website. We're always happy to talk, whether you're a buyer or a seller. There's never any pressure to buy or sell.